Beerus, my lord, is there something you wish to say?
Here it comes.
Warning. This is a global blackout. Testing the left speaker. Left. Testing the right speaker. Right. Surround successfully recovered. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for...
Forget about the way it used to be. This is not a damn democracy. We are in a state of emergency, and my word is law. There's only one boss in this place, and that's me, the HNIC.
And what it do, y'all? Once again, it's your boy King Kurt live, and we are back at it again on another Wednesday motherfucking night. And I am super excited as we continue a conversation, a very important conversation, all this month, with a brief interlude for Juneteenth, gang for Negroes. But we are repping our pride colors all month long, and that means we have special select content to represent a marginalized. See, I'm being very professional. Don't just let me roll. I wasn't gonna say nothing crazy.
Yet.
Let me be great, please.
Let him simmer. I'm not saying let him cook, but let him simmer.
I was doing good. You were doing real good,
but we felt the energy shift.
Wait a minute. It was so I felt it, and I thought y'all felt it, and I was like, they waiting for the shoe to drop. We have very select and curated content for the culture, by the culture, and in this instance, we have a great panel of not only LGBTQ plus content creators, but also allies, the LGBTQs, and we're gonna have a dope discussion. We do have hot topics tonight, so we do have some other things that we're gonna talk about. But the bulk of the conversation is getting into the culture and what Pride is about, and some of the things that's going on in the community, not only in the Black nerd community, but the Black nerd LGBTQ plus community. We have some returning guests, some of my favorite cousins, some of my favorite gays, and hands down, my favorite stud on the in the entire fucking world. Slow nod. That's right. Slow nod with it, baby. So without further ado and hesitation, I said I wasn't going to take half an hour to do introductions. So let's kick it off with the two people who probably shouldn't be here at all, but we're here to represent and support myself. And of course, holding it down for the You Asked For It podcast. My man, I'm joking. He's absolutely supposed to be here because allyship is important. He's living the dream. Why don't you tell us about it, Bass?
I'm Bassing the dream of the You Asked For It podcast. Formerly of the You Asked For It podcast. We will see y'all on Tuesday to give y'all the updates.
No more?
Shh. Oh. Formerly of the You Asked For It podcast. But yeah, so I'll see you guys on Tuesday with the news and the updates.
Okay. All right. Say less. And as always, when she's not taking up general space within my living quarters or working my nerves or getting me up early for work or traipsing around my home with her girlfriend at the wee hours of the morning after coming in from the club drinking. No, your audio's off. So I can, that's what you get. That's what happens. You always got so much to say until it's time to say it. Are you here now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. This is one of my other gays that are in my family. Y'all got to meet the trans thing. That's what she said.
Drag king.
Drag thing. Oh God! I just
do not let her see that, please.
Yo. What did I call her? A trans thing?
Yes.
That is not me. That is something that my niece said. I had to get it right. What is it? Drag thing.
She's a drag king.
No, she
or
didn't.
no. Oh yeah, no.
Thank you.
Yes, because I forgot her drag persona is non-binary.
So she's a drag thing.
Oh my God.
That's what she said. That's what she said. That is what she said. She said she doesn't want to be a drag queen because she's not, or a king because she's not. She said, so I'm a drag thing. She was very specific about that.
That was her.
It's given Dr. Seuss, but okay.
Thing one.
I'm so mad I can't say that.
So thing 2 is on me for the second episode of Pride and Prejudice. And Dope and Nerdy, she's going to be making more content, and I'm super excited to see her out on Twitch. She's the one who told me all about Kai Cenat and all these other streaming niggas that I don't be knowing about. But please introduce yourself.
Tati, hi. I don't know. I don't really stream like that. I'm learning, so this is my first stream, I guess.
What? This is your cherry pop?
Yeah, I've done like other streams, but like I did gaming streaming, and it like my face, I wasn't really like talking, to be honest. So this is my first like actually streaming.
Oh wow! So this is like your first time really getting the gist of how we doing HNIC and everything, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, how long have you been gay?
Okay.
Wow.
I've liked females since I was 13, 7th grade.
Never liked boys at all?
I've dated boys. I've dated boys. I think the last time I actually dated a boy was, the last time I had a crush on a boy was in like 9th or 10th grade.
9th and 10th grade. That was like 2 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, it was 9th and 10th. It was my best friend.
Oh, okay. Well, if you don't mind me asking, not that I really care, I'm gonna ask you anyway. Okay. When did you officially come out of the closet, or like make it known that this is the lifestyle I wanted to live?
That's actually a good question. I don't know. I think in like 11th grade is when I was just like, I think
you giving me grades. We are old. Do
I
you
don't
know how long it's been since we've been in high school?
I don't know how old I was.
She was like,
how old are you now?
17.
I'm 22.
Yes. All right, so like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, 5 years. Okay. All right. So you new to this gay shit.
I wouldn't say that, but okay. I wouldn't say that.
Is 5 years enough for you to be a seasoned gay?
I mean, well, what? Like,
huh? Can I ask a follow up to that, Kurt? Can I like what? At the same age range, we'll say at the same age range for a straight man, been fucking for 5 years. We'll say.
Yeah.
Is he a pro at it? Like,
no. He's still
he's a young pup in this.
Yeah. That's why. But that's why I asked. I mean, like, you know.
Or consequently, we could go the Lady Gaga route and say she was born that way. She just did not. She was not able to identify her orientation until
she hit puberty.
Grade. Right.
I get that, but there's a difference from being a thing and practicing a thing.
I didn't practice anything until 9th grade.
9th grade. You in these grades.
So she was 14, 15.
Oh my God. I'm sorry. I'm not I'm not talking to people my age. Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
All right. Oh, well, you just told us your age, so that kind of defeated the purpose. We can math here, but I love Tati. She absolutely is a joy in my regular life. She is one of the more hilarious human beings that I know, and she's the sole reason where I can be like, I'm good because I have gay family. Yay! Okay.
That you love and embrace.
Oh, I don't have to say all that. I tolerate her at best, but
tolerate.
Don't be
I'm
like
sure
that.
it's mutual.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Don't do that. Don't get on here and show your ass.
Listen.
First of all, nigga, as somebody who's put up with you for 5 years.
Put up with me.
I get
and accurate and wild. And I'm just
saying, I'm on Tati's side here.
Yeah. No. If you are absolutely a woman in my life, whether it be by blood relation, orientation, friendship, or romantically inclined, 9 times out of 10, you're tolerating me at best. All right, so that's enough about grilling Tati about her sexual orientation right into the show. We'll double back to all of that, by the way. Okay. I plan to get knee deep into your life, and we're going to talk about things that you probably don't want to talk about.
Right. So excited.
Well, that's what welcome to HNIC. This is what we do here. But before we do all that, absolutely one of our favorite butterscotch bisexual baddies that absolutely represents the UNAB over the weekend. You see, I put bisexual in there to add a little pizzazz, little jazz hands to it. Holding it down over the weekend for the UNAB, everything from Brittany,
this nigga said pizzazz.
Listen, it was Brittany with a little sprinkle on it that did.
Yo, they killed it.
Just a little. Sometimes you need a little pepper on it. You know what I mean, Britt? Just a little sprinkle, a little gay on it. Just a little bit.
Anyways, what up, everybody? It's Britt, your favorite butterscotch baddie, the EP of UNAB, holding it down right here on HNIC all weekend long. Kicking shit off on Fridays with trivia, Saturdays with Black Girl Confidential, Blurred Trap House, and Sundays with Anime Court. So, make sure you guys check this out. And like Kurt said, I am bisexual, and I have been a practicing bisexual for like 20 years.
20 years? God damn, them goat numbers.
She's got as many bodies as you.
I don't know about that one, pal. They put my jersey in the rafters, my guy. I mean, no, I am.
How they gonna put your jersey in the rafter? You still wearing it?
Nah, baby. I'm a consultant.
Oh no,
I'm a consultant. I'm a commentator. I just commentate on the game, baby. I ain't in it no more.
Who you lying to?
I play in the G League.
The geriatric league.
Yeah, because I got 8 gray hairs now, and don't do that. Don't do that. The jersey is retired.
Listen, all I'm saying is you can still count the gray hair, so that's how you know you're not old. You can still count them.
No, what's worse is like if you get gray hairs on your pubes, that's when you know. One gray hair on your pube is the equivalent of 20 gray hairs in your face or your head.
I tell you what, if my wax lady tells me that I have a gray hair in my pube, I am never coming back.
Yo, that's when you know. That's when you got to be like, you got that old pussy.
I will cancel my membership and go get laser. I am never coming back.
Now that makes me question older women that are always bald. Is that why? You got some grays down there, baby.
She got grays on her head. Listen, the carpet matched the drapes.
Damn, son. You got that salt and pepper. I'm sorry. Anyway. Tati, do you like them young or old?
It's got a little seasoning on it.
I'm right back at your neck. Do you like them young or old? Do you like an old cougar lesbian, or is it like a young little tenderoni?
Somebody my age.
I was
Wait,
saying
what?
Tati is a
No.
tenderoni. That is just age appropriate dating.
No, she don't think she is.
No. But there was this one lady I met at the club the other day, and she was 45 years old, and she gave me her phone number, and she did not look like she was 45.
That woman got worms. Do not call her.
What?
Stop
No, I'm not gonna call
Call
her.
her, invite her to a barbecue, and tell
Hell
me.
no, not to our house.
No,
Shit.
definitely.
And tell me when she's gonna be.
No,
She
no.
finna turn you out, Tati.
You gonna be married in 2 years? You fucking.
No, you know the fuck you not. Listen,
You gonna be married.
my
2
uncle
years.
my uncle protective skills extends to both genders. Fuck that. Yeah. Anyway, all right, and it's of course my favorite bisexual baddie holding it down for the HNIC every fucking week. And as you already heard, she tolerates me as she does most of her relationships. Outside of that,
Except for her children.
shots fired. Bang, bang. I'm just. Am I lying now?
Oh, don't put me out there like that, Chief.
I'm just saying.
Listen, first of all, and Basim, as a dad, you also tolerate your niggas too. So like, let's not. Sometimes you just tolerate.
He's out of line, but he's right.
I said, except for your kids.
No, I'm saying including.
Yes, there are days that I tolerate them. Absolutely, absolutely. Like
that nigga.
this is true toleration. Absolutely.
He finna be home for 3 weeks with no school. Y'all pray for the hinges on my motherfucking refrigerator.
Yeah, kids be eating.
Like, I'm like, sir, you don't eat this much at school. What the fuck?
We're actually going to get into that a little bit later. Children and LGBTQ.
Yes.
LGBT.
But what's up, guys? It is at Tuffy Wonder here, your melanated mocha merge on. Happy Wednesday. As I was saying to Brittany before the show, as a bisexual, I only get half of Pride. So Saturday, I'll be officially clocking out for the rest of the month.
Yeah, they'd be like, that's it.
But make sure y'all go to our website, headnerdsincharge.com. We chilling. Go, you can go, but it's fine. We chilling. We ain't got nothing going on. But Father's Day is this weekend? It's Sunday, or is it next Sunday?
Sunday.
It's I forget. I be forgetting it's in June.
It's Sunday.
So it is this Sunday. Listen, it's not too late. Pick up your nerdy dad some nerdy merch. We got t-shirts, hats, hoodies, bras, draws. You know the rest. Sign up for our Patreon, patreon.com/headnerdsincharge. Tati, I want to get a capture card. Will you play video games with me?
Yes, because I need to get a capture card. Yeah. I will play video games.
Can we play horror video games, or you want to play something else?
Yes. Oh my god.
She loves horror shit.
Yes. I was trying to play a horror game on Steam the other day, but my computer is so slow, so I couldn't stream it and do it.
So
Tati, in your gay relationships, if
what
there's
what the hell does that have to do with anything we're talking about?
let me ask the question. Can I ask the question? You're laying in the bed with your girlfriend. There's a bump downstairs. Who gets up to go check on the intruder?
Her.
How?
She can go downstairs.
What you gonna send your girlfriend to go check on the intruder?
That's what she said. Yes.
Yes. And I stand on that.
And she stands on it. And she opens the door. And she does the chivalrous shit, but she said, bitch, you going downstairs.
Damn, I leave the door open for her. Be like, go ahead on down there,
like,
baby.
hello? I'm not going down there.
And okay. She says, I'm just a girl. I'm not going down there. What do you do?
I'm just a girl too. I guess we just gonna be sitting here.
Let's go hide in the bathtub.
I'm crying.
This is wait a minute.
We'll send Indy downstairs to go look.
That damn dog ain't going no. That dog's scarier than the both of y'all.
Tati, I think it's only fair that y'all both go. Y'all both get a bat and y'all both go together.
They gonna fuck each other up on them steps.
I don't know. Her girlfriend's kind of tough.
That's why I said. That's all. You guys, have you guys met Maya?
No,
I have.
I've not met your
I
girlfriend.
have.
Yeah, but yeah. Okay.
met her.
Yeah, Maya's the one who needs to go downstairs.
I mean, her name's Maya. The fuck? Like,
Oh,
you
yeah,
already
oh,
know.
yeah,
Walking in the
yeah.
door, she tough as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
she probably punch you in the face. Like,
She scares me a little bit.
a little bit.
She be chumping me in my hallway. Like, I'm going to the bathroom next, nigga. I'd be like, oh, all right. Go ahead. Could you hurry up, please? I'm old. So, all right, I just need to ask that question real quick. Aside from that, thank you, Tuffy Wonder, for starting off the show. We have an amazing show. We have so many questions for gay people. Obviously, this is not the entire spectrum of everybody who represents the LGBTQ plus, but we all have opinions, and it'd be interesting to get different perspectives about some things that some people submitted to us as questions. Also, we have our own topics that we're going to talk about. But first and foremost, as always, this week we have some shit going on in and around the earth. So y'all ready to get to these hot topics? Gang, let's go.
Saga made it.
All right, Ebony said worms is crazy. Yes, my mom used to tell me anybody 10 years older than you that tries to get into your giblets, they got worms and stay away from them. So all of them, Miss Jackie, Miss Juanita, Miss Anton, all of them,
they all had worms.
They all had worms. My mom was like, stay away from the women with worms. Old men got worms too. If he got Stacey Adams on, or wingtips, or loafers with the little tassels on them, he got worms. He got worms. Jocelyn says, whoever got gun skills got to go. I don't know, Tati. I feel like I've showed you enough with the shotgun that you should know at least.
Barely.
Wow.
And she said,
you got a license to carry.
I'm gonna wait till this nigga walk up to the door. Like what?
Hold on, real quick. This is how gay this nigga is. This motherfucker gets a damn license to carry. I say, okay, let's go shopping for your gun. She don't worry about caliber. She don't worry about stopping power. She doesn't worry about anything other than it's got to be purple.
First of all, you're wrong.
Purple girlies take their purple obsession so serious.
Mine is, I said pink, actually, pink and black. I want a pink and black Glock.
Why is that even a part of what? Pink.
So it look cute on my hip.
Right.
So,
duh.
All right, so
I can't hear you, baby.
Yeah, bro, you might be fading in and out a little bit.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So see, this now that I got you here and you can't do anything but be on the spot. I have so many questions because you always have given me masculine energy, but also equally feminine energy. And is the proper term is saying stud derogatory, or is there like a more fancier word for saying the boy gay?
Okay.
Lesbian.
I just start calling myself a stud because that was just like a very common thing.
Aren't you like a baby stud? Because you're new in
No, I'm not no baby stud. Okay. Don't
You
ever call me a baby stud.
You got Riley from Boondocks dreads. That's baby stud energy.
I went through that phase already. It's over.
You were already a baby stud?
The whole headband is over. I'm done with that.
You played basketball, didn't you?
Yes. Anyways,
I bet you got a basketball tattoo.
Actually, I got it covered up because I know where you're going with this. I know exactly where you're going with this.
I'll be knowing. That's why she smiled and froze on it. All right, I'm sorry, Tati. So, how do you balance stud energy and that feminine energy?
I don't know. I just be my this is just myself. Like,
I love it.
I dress masculine because it's just more comfortable. I don't mind like feminine like clothing depending on like where I'm going. But what?
You gonna get on Rihanna's internet and lie?
How am I lying?
Name me one feminine piece of article of clothing that you've ever bought that you weren't forced to buy.
Okay, I can't think of anything right now. But I don't mind it. Like if I have to wear it, I don't mind it depending on the situation and if I can choose the outfit myself.
The little Bow Wow phase. Yup.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just comfortable this way. Like I can't act all I can't act all manly. That's just not me. Like
I love it. No, I get it. Because Listen, this Negro will get out my car for work, and I'd be like, "Pull your pants up!" Like I'm talking to one of my nephews.
To be fair, the pants that I have to wear for work are big as hell. So I don't know.
Get a belt.
Go ahead on niece view. All right, I'm sorry, y'all.
Wait, I have a question. So I saw this on TikTok earlier, Tati, and if this is dumb, that's fine. But they were saying on TikTok that stud is specifically Black masculine presenting lesbians.
Yeah,
that because white girlies was trying to call themselves studs, and it was causing a little tiff online.
Can't be studs.
Apparently not. I learned that like a year ago. I didn't know that, but only Black girls can apparently be studs, and I guess white girls, I guess they're called dykes. I don't know.
That's a bad word.
Oh,
hold on. Let me Google it.
Or butches. Is it butches?
I thought butches was like
what? Chat GPT.
Bad built butch body
is a white lesbian.
Like what?
Yeah, no. I thought it was like
butch. It says
it's
white
butch.
lesbians can be identified by various terms depending on their gender expression and preference. Lesbian is the general term for women who are attracted to women. Other terms within the white community include butch, femme, mask, stud. That's term is used by some Black and Latinx lesbians. Wow, it really is for Black and brown people. Other tomboy, chapstick lesbian. What the fuck is a chapstick lesbian?
It's the opposite of a lipstick lesbian.
Oh,
chapstick lesbian.
Man.
Yeah.
Nobody uses that for real though.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Listen, there's a whole real quick. There's a whole article. Hold on. There's a whole article called. Look at this shit. Let me bring it up. Dear white lesbians, you are not studs.
Hey yo. Well, there you go.
This was made in what? 2020?
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
Damn, you can see that? I need to be younger. I'm getting lazy.
So apparently Butch and Femme are like the
white people.
I'll just say from what I've Googled quickly from ChatGPT, Butch and Femme seems to be the terms used for white women, but stud.
Well, there are Black femmes though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a term. There's an acronym for stud, but I won't use it because I don't feel like it's
still
appropriate.
Titties under that
shirt. Yes.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But the fact that you know it, Tati, I'm assuming somebody said it to you.
Whatever.
Do men still approach you though?
Every day. Constantly, every day on social media mostly, and in public, yes. In public, yes.
So wait a minute. As a masculine presenting femme woman, men still, no matter what, try to holler at you, even when you tell them your orientation. Do they back down, or are they still persistent?
They're still persistent. Very much so. They're always just like, oh, you're still a female, don't matter, or you just need the right man in your life, or some dumb shit that I don't give a fuck about, to be honest. But
every man think they penis has got the magic in it to make her go back.
Like,
go to
please.
Would you consider it harassment?
Depends on how they approach me.
Okay.
It really does. Because, like, there's some guys who really just, like, compliment me and just, they would try and come at me, and then I would say, like, oh, I don't go that way. They would respect it and just, like, be like, okay.
Got you. But then there's other men who kind of, I mean, the same way most women get overly persistent men who are intrusive, but do they try to ramp it up, or do you ever get, like, strong harassment to the point where you're sometimes maybe scared?
I wouldn't say scared. I would say like uncomfortable though. Like I get a lot of messages on Facebook from like older guys, literally like off the bat saying, "Let me stick my dick in you," or some crazy
Who said that?
shit.
Who the motherfucker that said that to you? Send me their DM.
I get those like at least 3 times a week.
Sheesh.
That's it. We gonna have to limit your social media time.
That is nasty.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but you know, I've gotten used to it and I just ignore it. So
bear.
Very much the bear.
So now that makes me go to see. We can't even get to the hot topics because this shit is smoking hot right now. But because I want to get y'all perspective. When men find out that you're bisexual, do they automatically think they'll be included in whatever you entertain with other women?
So in my experience, they usually try and like force it. They'd be like, "Oh, cool, then we can do threesomes and you'll be cool with it." And I'm like, "No."
Like, you can't satisfy me, nigga.
Like, I don't even know that I like you. Why are we talking about bringing a third person into the situation?
Damn, they leading off with the third.
A lot of them just be like, "Oh well, if you cheat on me, then it don't really count. And if you do, can I watch?" And it's like, I don't even like you. There's no need to cheat because there's not anything here anymore.
Yeah, Cheryl said, "Yep, they think they're entitled." Brittany, would you think? Do you think entitled is the right term?
Entitled is absolutely the right term. Yeah, I think same with you. Same for me as Taffy. It's when you say it, it's either one, two things.
Wait a minute, hold on, Britt. I don't mean to interrupt you. Hold on. Your audio is really garbled.
Yeah,
it's really bad. I'm not sure if it's your microphone or if you got to reset the system. But if you can, check on your mic and then come back with it. All right. Yeah, Tef, I'm kind of at a loss because I mean, me and Tati usually have conversations, and some of this stuff I'm asking, but we've talked about it in the past. But I'm usually in awe. Bass, I know for you, how do you approach it with those that are part of the community that you support and ally with? Like when men are overly aggressive with someone that that's not their orientation.
I mean, I don't run into it a lot, but for those men,
that's because you're 6'2". Ain't nobody saying no shit with you around.
Yeah, like I'm not like women are even afraid to tell me like the issues so that I can go and handle it. Like it's whatever. But no. For most men that are over persistent in any way, my thing is after the first no, she could have called me from there.
Yeah.
It's like you said no, cool, that was it. It ain't nothing else to talk about. And I don't believe in the idea of just sending in dick pics or asking for pussy in the first conversation. So for me, that's an instant, like, blocked and reported type shit.
I'm kind of with you. No, I don't care what the orientation is.
Yeah.
A no is a no.
Yeah, that's it.
If you're not with it, you're not with it. But all right, let me hop into these hot topics so that I can actually pay some of these dues. First and foremost, sad news. If you were anywhere around the 90s and the 2000s, Ananda Lewis, y'all might remember her. She did MTV News and she was a MTV host. Unfortunately, she passed away recently. I believe it was at age 53. She lost her battle with breast cancer.
She passed away today. Golly.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, it's the 11th. Yeah, this just happened. This is she was in that era of Sway. For a lot of y'all know Sway from his radio show now, but he came from MTV. And Kurt Loder. I don't even know if y'all remember
Kurt Loder.
Loder.
LOD or
not you like I don't know what the fuck MTV is.
I don't. Oh wait, MTV. I know what that is.
Look, see, there you go. Talking shit.
Yeah, but Tati don't remember when MTV used to actually play music.
Yeah, they had real videos and
facts.
Yeah,
I remember her. She was one of the few black people on MTV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of us.
Yeah,
wasn't a lot of us. But yeah, sad news. Definitely, she was before the 106 in Park era, before Free, and
AJ,
and before Tig, before a lot of those black hosts that became synonymous on BET because she from MTV she went over to BET. But much respect and condolences out to her family, and just another piece of our culture that's no longer with us. For those that are about that dirty, dirty fucking South, and you Midwest niggas, get excited. I know I'm hype. If I wasn't broke, I would be figuring out a way to get to see these motherfuckers live. 3 6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony are going on tour.
Oh, wow. And Tech 9.
Oh, see, this is some. I got to get some money. The tour starts in August through October. It's got DJ Quick, Tech Nine, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and of course 3-6 Mafia. From what I hear, it might be 3-6 Mafia's last tour. Britt, give me a sound check real quick.
Can you hear me?
Perfect. Thank you, baby. All right, welcome back. It'll be our last time to really see 3-6 Mafia, possibly. I want to go to this concert. I don't care nothing about nobody's Coach Carter, Cowboy, Beehive, nothing. I want to be snorting cocaine, smacking hoes.
Wow. Wowie.
You know, 3-6 Mafia is actually going to be at the Cannabis Festival in DC in July.
I want to be back at the bus, filling her nose full of that dust. 3-6 Mafia while on tour, beating these niggas and fucking these whores. Wow. In the bathroom about 2 whole hours. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I want to stay fly. Real rap. Oh, how I miss thee. Let's get back to.
Listen, I'm sure them nosebleed seats will be under $100. You could go.
I don't want. No. I want to be close enough that I get some of the cocaine sweat on me.
Wow.
What? Want to do cocaine by association?
When they do Crossroads, I want to be close enough to see Uncle Charles die.
Yeah.
I want to see his eyes go black. I'm just saying. Am I the only one that enjoyed like that era? I mean, Bone Thugs. What did they have? Bone Thugs and Harmony had Thuggish Ruggish Bones, Crossroads.
The John with Big.
So the John with Big. Big made that more like without Big. Is it still as relevant?
No.
Okay. All right. We got the same. But they also had one with Pop.
They did.
And both gone. So like to me, like our classic hits, they need those features. Outside of Crossroads and Thuggish Ruggish Bone, what else is there?
First of the month.
Oh yeah, welfare checks. That's definitely all right. We get 3 good songs out of them, and then what?
They the end in that, so it don't matter. Like everybody else, y'all tired by then.
I like
y'all ready to go. Like y'all ready to go anyway.
Kurt Cocaine. I like that name. You know what? I'm about to get that shirt made. Kurt Cocaine snort me, baby. I'm addicted. I like that.
I don't.
Yo, murder mighty. The funny thing is, that shit fits because I gave Murder's name based off of 3-6 Mafia. So, C Murder, it's from Biggie, but like either way, I like Kurt Cocaine. That I might have to go ahead and add that to my repertoire like Shaq. Tati, don't do drugs. All right. Wow. So speaking of old school rappers, do y'all remember Salento?
Salento.
Watch me with. And watch me name it. Yes. Yeah, he murdered his cousin. And he was sentenced to 30 years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
he claimed insanity though.
Yeah,
well, you gotta add that part in. Like he admitted to the murder, but claimed insanity. Like,
do we know why he killed his cousin?
He was insane. That's what it was. That's what I'm hearing.
I don't know.
No, what triggered it?
Here.
What triggered it was probably a chick, like always.
I don't know. All of these one-hit wonder cats, they never was quite right. Like Soulja Boy and
well, technically Soulja Boy not.
You're right.
Yeah,
you're right. You're not wrong. I just, it was always those one-off niggas. Either way, all right.
What's
Charlotte was going to jail. That's the gist of it. So Sinners is the 6th highest grossing horror movie of all time now. Michael B. Jordan has been going viral for all kinds of sexy pics, and apparently he wants to adapt a live action anime as his next project. So he out here.
I mean, Creed 3 was close.
What's it called? What's the boxing anime called?
Oh, I don't remember.
Baki? No, it's not Baki anymore.
What's the not Baki? Even though it had Baki vibes. Yeah, Tati, you my nerd. You my anime nerd.
Boxing anime?
Yeah. I forget what it's called.
I don't know. Jamal said something
There's
about
probably like 40 of them, to be honest.
Like,
oh yeah, Hajime no Ippo.
Hajime.
That's what I said.
Ippo.
I've never watched that.
That's
no Ippo. Ippo. Wow. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And Baki,
They don't.
That whole final sequence in Creed 3 was an anime sequence. But if y'all Michael B. Jordan fans, be on the lookout. Y'all gonna be seeing more of them. And Sinners continues to kill it at the box office. Like, digital is insane. Box office is insane. Ryan Coogler will be able to demand whatever he wants now and in the future.
Yes.
Murder. Definitely Baki vibes. So a recent company has decided to use the LGBTQ plus branding to sell sandwiches.
What?
M&S Food has the LGBT, the lettuce, guacamole, and bacon and tomato.
True. Stupid.
As gay people, how do y'all feel about this?
Why?
I
why?
can tell you why.
Why?
It's because it's clickbaity. Like, it'll be like
we're talking about it.
Eye-catching, right? Us talking about it is exactly what the fuck they want.
This is one gay ass sandwich.
I think it's like kind of stupid, but like stupid in like almost brilliant kind of way.
Yeah,
so,
it's stupid but smart.
I don't know how I feel about that, because if Burger King had the Martin Luther King burger,
okay,
for Juneteenth, right? You get what I mean? It gets.
They probably will.
But they do shit like that. Juneteenth become so commercialized in like 2 years.
Do y'all remember when they had Martin Luther King with AirPods in his ears?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah. AirPods in the waves.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't a big corporation. That was a nigga with Photoshop.
I get it, but I'm just saying that's where we're headed. That's exactly where we're headed. Don't be surprised if one day.
I don't put it past Burger King to put a dashiki print on a fucking bun. Like, they did that squid ink burger for Halloween, and now we got LGBT fucking sandwiches. Didn't they do like a red burger or orange burger for some other holiday as well?
Yeah, they're gonna market everything. Target had a whole section dedicated to
the thing with Target is interesting because they rolled back DEI. They didn't have nobody to design their Pride merch, so they put out these two homely ass looking lesbian birds with their own little fucking U-Haul. It was the most stereotypical white shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. And they were just like, oh, they're not gonna put like pride on anything, but they use the word proud instead, and it's like, what?
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
If you're gonna try to do the culture, yeah. You know what, Target? That was just a little gay.
That's why they losing money now. Fuck Target.
Yeah, they losing money hand over fist for real. All right. Final hot topic of the day. LA is either burning or is engaged in willful civil protests, depending on who exactly you talk to. Go ahead. What Taffy?
I was gonna say, actually, it's fucking neither.
Yeah, because I'm having a hard time getting a real bead on, because the way that the conservatives are making it sound like LA is completely on fire, and that's just not the case.
That's not true at all. If you actually like look at content from like people who are in LA, like the actual protests themselves were actually so small. The initial one was like less than 2 block, was less than a 2 block radius, and that's what that whole coup with Elon and Trump last week was about, because it was trying to distract the people from the fact that he's sending the National Guard to LA to bust up these riots, and there are no riots. It's all been lawful, peaceful protests. The only people who are inciting violence are the police in that area.
When I tell y'all, and it is really hard in the age of AI and Photoshop to decipher what's real photos versus fake, what's staged versus not. This is what I know. Pete Hegseth, the head of the DOD, answered some questions from Congress. Currently, the Marines have been deployed. The Marines and the National Guard, against the governor's will, have been deployed to California. They are going to be in California for a 60-day deployment. That means they are going to occupy the state of California for 60 days, and it is going to cost the American taxpayer $136 million. Insane for people who are looking for waste, fraud, and abuse. Go ahead, Britt.
I was gonna say, but on January 6th, when they were storming the Capitol,
this is my problem. They said they were going to enact the Insurrection Act, and I'm like, people literally stormed the Capitol.
Like, one of those security guards died. Like, a police officer died or whatever there.
Yeah.
Nobody has died in these protests. There haven't been no damage or nothing. The only people who are being hurt are the people that these military people are shooting. They've shot 3 journalists, I believe.
Yep, one from Australia.
So one from Australia, and I believe 2 American journalists. Or at least one American journalist that I know. They're also shooting innocent people. I just watched a video about 2 hours ago where this woman was they were blocking the street to her apartment. She had her hands up. She was just trying to go home, and they shot her at point blank range with a rubber bullet. Yep. And for all those people saying rubber bullets are non-lethal, that is not true. They are less than lethal methods. And aren't you supposed to bounce them off the fucking ground? You're not supposed to shoot people point blank. So, fascism, you guys. You guys were so worried about us being a socialist nation that we are a fascist one. Congrats.
So, hold on. Teffy, to highlight that video that you were just talking about.
Well, they're telling her to move, but that's a public sidewalk.
Don't judge me. No ads.
They're telling her to move. Watch. If they shoot her.
Damn.
Holy fuck.
This is a black woman coming to her aid.
Come here. Sit down. Where'd it get you? Billy, fuck off. She's not doing anything. Come on. We're moving, assholes.
Mind you, this woman was not a part of the protest. She was just trying to get in her apartment.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get out of their sight. Here. I got some supplies in my bag. Sit down. Fuck. They shot her. Yeah. Point blank. I literally just got it on video. They're gonna shoot. We're moving! Stop! She's injured! Come on. We gotta get across the street. Come on. We gotta go across the street. Where are you going? I live here. Okay. Come on.
Yo, it's wild out here. Hey, I mean,
do you see white women, how the police are not there to protect you either?
Ooh. So I had a friend of mine today. They sent me this video, and then they were like, "Kirk, can you believe it?" And I was like, "Yeah." Niggas, we've been getting bit. Did you not? We remember the civil rights. Be happy it wasn't a German Shepherd and hoses. I'm not saying it like to diminish it, but what I'm not surprised. This does not shock me.
No.
Like Bass, tell me? I mean, when you see images like this, especially as a black man,
what else were you expecting? Like, how else? What outcome did you expect to have? Like, they don't train them to de-escalate. They don't train them to communicate. They don't train them to do any of those things. So what, like, other outcome were you seeking that was just null and void the moment you decided to interact with the Neanderthal about some logical shit?
I think as a whole, most people walk under this fog of this is my rights, not knowing that your rights are just a perception of what you think you're allowed to do until an authority actually tells you what they will allow you to do. For instance, real quick, Jeff, military troops are not supposed to be used against the civilian population. That's a law. Also, laws are just words on paper. Because obviously, the right individual deployed military troops against a civilian population.
And all the court rulings in the world, he not.
What's the point of having that at all? There's no point to having rulings when you have no ability to enforce. Who controls the military? Most people don't recognize who controls the military. The president.
Yes, president.
Never forget. What was it, Tef? 92% of black women?
92, yes.
92% of how many men, black men, was it 86 or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
It's like 89, 86, something like that.
Mm-hmm. I hate to say this, but genuinely, this is why black people are like, we sitting this one out. Should that be the mentality?
No. No, absolutely not. We're next. What the fuck?
What next? We've been up.
The difference, I get it. I get it. The difference is that there were laws in place that protected us from being fucking hunted after, like,
did they?
Yes,
They
didn't really protect us, but they were there. They were words on paper. They were words on paper. Exactly. But those things were committed. Those acts were committed in semi-private situations. I'm talking niggas on the street in the gun line. That we are next, and I'm not willing to not prepare for that. So the idea of us stepping away would be in my mind would be the idea of us leaving. If we're not if the option ain't leaving, if we got to stay here anyway, then we got to help them fight.
So I do agree to a point. I do believe that our allies should never feel like we don't support them, and that we don't support the movement. I am anti-black bodies on the front lines. At this point, like,
yes, I agree.
Having
y'all
to
gotta
live
punch,
through,
y'all gotta punch first.
Having to live through 2020 and just the inundation of violence against black bodies, it's, to me, I feel like I'm not saying we should step away, but step back. That's all I'm saying. And
ain't we got enough martyrs?
Yeah, this clip though is so heartbreaking because my son just said to me yesterday, like, the police are here to protect us, and I had to stop myself from going, all cops are bastards. Like, what do you say to your 10-year-old? Like, he believes the cops are there to protect them. That white woman thinks that the military, that at the end of the day, they are there to protect us. And it's like, we're gonna have to sit him down and have like some hard conversations. And y'all know my son has special needs, so I don't know.
Imagine if he can't articulate.
Right, and that is my greatest fear. Because Hannibal will run off, he'll do a fucking cartwheel, like, he will not comply. He just
he was like, stand down.
They'll be like, this is not right. You can't do that. Hannibal will fight tooth and nail. Like literally, like I get calls at school because like he bit somebody or scratched somebody. Hannibal will fight for the things that he believes in for real. Like
fighting people. I think more people need to be bit.
But like in that situation, like
if somebody bit Trump, like if Elon, instead of all of that ranting, just went in the Oval Office was like, oh. He would change so much shit. They were like, oh my God, Elon Musk bit the shit out the president.
Listen, people like Trump get to where they are because they have not been punched in the fucking face enough.
Period.
I agree.
Make punching people in the face great again.
Listen, if you brought back trial by combat, a lot of these niggas would be.
Do not fight wars with an army. Let the niggas who started get in the ring. I'm just saying. Tati, you the youngest of us. How's your hope for America?
Not great. I don't know. When I watch stuff like this, it kind of like makes me sad a lot because I have mixed feelings about it. I have mixed feelings because I know like it's targeting a lot of the Latino community. But then at the same time, there's a lot of Latinos that are like, yay, Trump. And it's just like, well,
okay, talk about it.
It's like really weird because like I know people who are Latino, but they're like, fuck Trump, fuck ICE, and they're nothing like that. But then there's also people like that I know that be like, I voted for
50% of Latinos voted for Trump. So
and it's just like, should I feel bad for them because they put like they're the main reason they're a part of the reason why he's in office, and it's just like, should I feel bad? But at the same time, like,
I think two things can be true.
Let's put some statistics to what she just said. In 2020, 59% of Latinos voted for Biden. 36% actually voted for Trump in 2020. In 2024, 44% voted for Harris. 54% of Latinos voted for Trump. The head of the Latinos for Trump organization recently came out and said she was deeply disappointed in Donald J. Trump. This is not what she voted for, despite the fact that this is exactly what he said he was going to do. Go ahead, Britt.
I was just going to say, arguably, we learned this week that Elon is the reason why Trump won. But
yeah, that's what he said.
I will say,
imagine that an African American is how he got into office.
No, African immigrant. He is not American.
Yeah,
he got American citizenship.
Specifically South Africa. That's
I do believe he has American citizenship.
Yeah.
No, I thought he was here on a visa. Unless he paid the $5 million.
Yes,
and got
Elon is an American citizen. Yeah, because he couldn't work in the government if he wasn't an American citizen.
So did he pay the $5 million? When did he
No, he's been an American citizen since 2002.
2002. Okay.
Right.
I didn't think it'd been that long.
Yep. So he is an African American.
Oh.
Wow.
If he African American, then what the fuck am I? Because I don't identify with that at all.
I'll tell you what you are. You a nigga.
There's a difference.
You gonna die.
Still a nigga.
Still a nigga. Nigga this and nigga that. Nigga. Matter of fact, this is the best time to play this.
Oh, Shaft.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to your Shaft?
There's powerful niggardry at work here.
Look, Tati, that was very insightful because that's the kind of commentary that your uncle likes. Let's talk about both sides of that coin because, hey, my brown brothers and sisters, black people did their part voting. And y'all thought he was going to go after the worst of the worst and the dregs of illegal immigrants. And don't get me wrong, this nation is built off of immigration. At the end of the day, it's funny. In the black culture, niggas who sell weed, sold crack back in the 80s and whatnot, we glorified them, we respected them, we definitely supported them in the culture. But when they got locked up, we weren't surprised. Like we weren't shocked that, you know, I mean, John went to jail. Like, we put money on the books, we did what we had to do, and it was like, all right, yeah, they're attacking us. Yes, they're arresting us at higher levels, but also these niggas are selling drugs.
Some of them deserve it.
They feeding drugs into our fucking communities and getting rid of jobs.
Tef, I'm not saying that they did not perpetuate the situation. Also, these niggas sell drugs.
Right.
We never
did.
did.
Can I say though, like, but these aren't necessarily like the people that they are deporting aren't people who aren't law, like they may not be citizens, but most of them are law abiding, hardworking.
No. I agree with you, but unfortunately, because they are not citizens, they are automatically typecasted as criminals.
But there are people who are trying to go through the process legally. They're arresting them outside of immigration court.
I agree with you.
Being summoned just to be arrested the second they walk back out.
Yes, it's fucked up. I do not. The CIA put cocaine in the hood, and had niggas selling it to fund the war in Panama. Yes, the government sanctioned a lot of shit. Also, I'm not trying to condone it. I'm just giving you the alternative perspective, because at the end of the day, they're going after people who are low-hanging fruit and got the nerve to just give citizenship to 20 of El Chapo's family members. That's what's wild to me. You know, did y'all see that?
Yeah, but I think they're going in the Witset.
Oh, so they get paid more.
Yeah, so more taxpayer dollars going to actual criminals.
We just brought in 8,000 white people from South Africa.
Yep.
8,000 for real?
Yeah.
For what? Like, what was the reason?
Because there's a fake genocide in South. Yeah, there's a fake genocide in South Africa, and it was proven to be false, and Trump still believed it. So
I thought they were bringing them over to like bolster the tech industry, because aren't they like a lot of those people like friends with Elon or whatever?
You think Elon got 8,000 friends?
I believe Elon definitely. Yeah.
I promise you he doesn't.
Yeah. With that
kind
of
money,
money,
that nigga don't have 8 friends.
No. They don't have to be real friends. He thinks they're friends.
Yeah.
Most of these people were farmers.
They're all the people on his Discord.
Yeah, most of them were farmers, and that's what they were saying, that the people were attacking and killing the farmers. Even though since 1950, only 41 farmers have been killed in all of South Africa.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people in Africa are reclaiming lands from white landowners, saying, "Sorry, this belongs to the government. We're giving it to you."
They're reversing apartheid.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, well, when you're used to privilege, equality feels like oppression.
Yep.
So say it again, Jeff.
Jocelyn says, as a black child to two Caribbean parents who are black and have many friends who are born in the Caribbean, ICE is scary for black people.
Yes.
Yes.
Not sure if it's true, but I heard eventually they might start coming for people with their citizenship.
They already are arresting citizens. They're trying to go after governors and mayors and deport them and all
judges, everybody. Like anybody's
I'll say this. We have gotten to the point now where they have tested the limits of the law, and they see that, I mean, his own Supreme Court told him to bring someone back, and they were like, nope, he's lost in Venezuela. Too late.
No, he finally got him back, I think. Right.
So he's back in the U.S., but he's not out of custody, I believe.
Yeah. So he's on
US at the time, he was like, nope. And he was caught, and Trump was caught on a hot mic saying, soon we'll be sending homegrowns.
Yeah.
To a detention center in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Here's one of the staples of being a citizen of America. You can't be deported anywhere. You can't deport me from the shit that I belong to.
Well, that's like he got caught on that same hot mic saying to the Venezuelan president, oh, you're going to have to build 5 more of these facilities because I'm sending them all.
But that's what he did when he said homegrown. Yeah. So, I mean, at the end of the day, yes, we have to stand up for each other. This is feeling very Third Reichish.
You just reminded me I need to go ahead and submit that application to carry so I can get my license. Stop playing.
I've been told you to stop playing. All right, look. All I'm gonna say is, if you're not suited and booted, and if you don't know what that means, if you ain't suited and booted, get suited and booted, because one of the last few rights that you have that I doubt the conservatives will ever take is the right to bear arms. Outside of that, before we move on from the riots, don't get me wrong, to my brown Latinx Latino family and supporters and all of that, we absolutely stand with you through the foolishness and the oppression that you are facing. The culture as a whole has seen this. We have supported each other through many different police shootings and things of this nature. It's just, I don't know. I've never seen an entire federal agency mobilized against a certain specific people outside of Germany. Like, ICE really looks like the Gestapo out there. They masked up. Go ahead, Tati.
They're literally bringing in Marines. Like, it's just unnecessary, and I don't know.
It's insane.
Like, it's just really sad.
Go ahead, Britt.
Okay, so as someone, I recently quit my job, and as part of my job, I went door to door in a lot of Hispanic neighborhoods. The fear is real. Like, having conversations with people, like it's in Maryland and everywhere else. Like, the fear is real. It's scary. As Teffy said, I'm gonna take the ally approach here. I'm gonna step back, but I'm here, and my prayers are here, and it's scary. It's a scary time. I cried on Inauguration Day for a reason. I knew what the fuck we were about to go through, and I hope that he doesn't manage to get another 4 years or whatever the fuck he's trying to do.
Legally, he's not supposed to unless it's a war.
I'm not supposed to do a lot of things, but here we are.
Right. I'm just hoping that that we got a Luigi in the crowd at his little military.
Whoa! Hey! Not on a hot mic, my nigga. You can't say that.
What? Y'all don't like Italian food?
The Mario Brothers.
Right.
Wahoo! Yeah, that new Switch 2 just came out.
The Mario Kart looks great. Have you seen the graphics?
Nigga, remember we still on this white man's internet. All right, so
I'm sorry. I figured Diddy was in jail. He can't cut your Wi-Fi off no more.
Yeah, it ain't Diddy this time. That'd be straight from the top. To the point. For Teffy's talk, we have this.
Last week here on this show, we brought you the story of a high school junior, an honor student, a standout volleyball player, the drummer in the high school band. He goes to Milford High School in Massachusetts. His name is Marcelo. And we brought you the story of the most unusual graduation day at Milford High last weekend when the kids graduated. They went through the graduation ceremony, and then they all marched with their families and with all the teachers and all the rest of the kids from school. They all marched down to Milford Town Hall to protest for Marcelo because Trump's immigration agents had stopped him while he was driving to volleyball practice with his high school teammates. They had pulled him over. They arrested him, and the whole dang town of Milford, Massachusetts turned out to defend him, to stand up for him, and to try to get him out. We brought you that story this time last week. And tonight, exactly 1 week later, we can show you these images of his homecoming, because Marcelo has been freed, returned to his family and to his community. They, as a community, as a town, as a school, challenged his arrest. When his case was being heard, the whole town came to the courthouse, including dozens of teenagers from Milford High and the members of the volleyball teams at the school. They all wore T-shirts with his number 10, on the back. When he was released, you could see two Democratic members of Congress who were there with him. That's Jake Auchincloss on the left and Seth Moulton on the right. After Marcelo was freed, those two members of Congress used their power as members of Congress to demand that they be allowed entry into the two ICE facilities in Massachusetts where the Trump administration has been locking people up, including this high school junior, this volleyball playing kid. Under federal law, members of Congress are allowed to inspect any ICE immigration holding facility with no advance notice. And Frankly, because the town of Milford, Massachusetts reared up on its hind legs and roared to defend this kid, these members of Congress who represent that part of that state were moved to go inspect those facilities with the power vested in them under U.S. statute. This time last week, we also brought you the story of Carol, a waitress in Kennett, Missouri, which is a small town, a Trump-supporting town in Missouri, where Carol was an integral part of the community. 3 kids in local schools. She's an active member of the local Catholic Church. She's a much-loved waitress at John's Waffle and Pancake House. Trump's immigration agents took Carol, and the town rose up to try to get her back. The staff at John's all started wearing Bring Carol Home T-shirts. They put Bring Carol Home petitions on every table at the restaurant where she had worked. The Catholic church that she attended held prayer services for her, and they brought meals to her family. The town held a Carol Day fundraiser for her, and to fund efforts to advocate to bring her home. They raised nearly $20,000 for her in a single day. We brought you that story this time last week, and tonight, 1 week later, we can show you these images of Carol's homecoming because she has been released. She has been brought home. Neighbors crowded into the parking lot of that pancake house where she worked to welcome her back the night that they got her out, to say they would protect her and protect her family. We've also brought you the story of a little 4-year-old girl in Bakersfield, California. She is not only obviously the cutest little girl in the world, she is a huge medical success story. She was born with a rare condition that means basically that she can't take in any nutrients on her own. She had her first surgery when she was only 4 days old. She had 7 more surgeries by the time she was 2. Because of this rare illness she was born with, she was starving. She was not going to survive her infancy with this condition. But under the Biden administration, on a medical humanitarian visa, this little girl was brought to California, to a children's hospital in San Diego, and then to the children's hospital in Los Angeles. And it's been a complete success. She is now thriving. You see how she's wearing that little backpack? They've devised this system that they've built into a backpack where she receives intravenous nutrition 14 hours a day through this little backpack that she wears.
Okay, so sorry, I forgot how long this video is. But so basically, Trump tried to deport that little girl, and they signed petitions, they marched, they did all this stuff. She is able to stay in the US because had she left, she would have been dead in 4 days. And I actually think there's one other story after that of a guy who showed up to immigration court because he was summoned, and his entire town marched down to the immigration down to like City Hall or whatever, and they were out there protesting the entire time he was in court, and he was allowed to go back home. We've said a lot, there's a lot of horrible, awful nastiness going on in this country right now. I just watched a woman be arrested, and she was screaming in Spanish, "Who's going to pick up my children from school? Who's going to pick up my children after school?" She was horrified. It was horrifying to watch. A mother being literally ripped from her child's arms by ICE agents, and nobody was there to take care of that less than 5-year-old child. I just wanted to share this with you guys because there's not nothing that we can do to fight it. And that if you guys have ever seen A Bug's Life, there are more ants than grasshoppers.
One of my favorite scenes.
Yes, there are more ants than grasshoppers, and if we dogpile on them, they can't get away with this. They can't. Like, I don't necessarily believe on being the front lines, but I am there for you. If you need help in any way that I can, I'm good for giving my money to the cause, for dropping off supplies. Listen, I got extra medical supplies. I will donate gladly to anybody who's going out to protest. We're in this together, and I don't want us to forget that we can affect the outcome.
This does have a sense of being overwhelming at times. Obviously, you can let your dollars speak for you. You can activate and get yourself politically involved. You can support from afar, or you can get right in the front lines. But I'm gonna tell you right now, rubber bullets hurt, and they not aiming at the ground. I can tell you that right now. But
we saw that in that video.
And that tear gas. If you're gonna go out there, and you know they're tear gas, and bring milk with you, and it's for your eyes. Don't drink it.
They say that saline sterile water is better, but milk is cheaper and more readily available.
Have you seen how this economy? Grab some milk, nigga. Yeah, got time for saline.
I'm just saying, if you have access to it, if you can get your hands on it.
Look, I can go right to the store and get some milk. You're not gonna find the saline solution when your eyes is burning in the middle.
If you prepare ahead of time,
should it be whole?
This is a sick Negro.
Money tight. Go ahead on, get that cow titty milk and we'll sort that shit out yourself. All right, time for the gay shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time.
All right. So, as always, featuring Pride Month. That's right. Put you up on the.
Sorry, I was getting an orange.
This is episode 317, Pride and Prejudice Part 2, where we're talking about all things related to the culture, especially with Pride Month. Had an interesting discussion today because June represents a multitude of different things. It also has Juneteenth, Father's Day, Men's Health Awareness Month. And, there's some people who feel like, well, Men's Health Awareness Month get overshadowed by Pride. Do you think that that's an important topic, Tati?
Oh.
Do you think men's health should take a back seat to Pride?
No, I think that they should be equally seen the same, in my opinion.
Do you think they are during June?
No, absolutely not. I think Pride takes over everything in June.
Even
except
Juneteenth?
for Juneteenth. Yeah, see, just except for Juneteenth. But I feel like we should pay attention to both because I feel like nobody pays attention to men's mental health at all.
Well, aren't there gay men?
Yeah. But we're not in this month. We're not recognizing the fact that they're gay men with mental health issues. They're just gay men.
That's
mental health issues that we're going through.
To your point, there are LGBT youth. They have a high risk of suicide. So I think men, again, I'm the champion of two things can be true. There are Black gay men who should be able to celebrate the whole fucking month with everything. I think
during the day, drinking at night.
Yeah, I mean, if men at large weren't such terrors, maybe more people would give a shit.
Wow. Women don't terrorize too.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Not as bad as men.
Wow. Whoa. Hey. Now, you're not here to start a
we
gender
shoot
war.
from the hip tonight.
Apparently. Bass, do you agree that Pride overshadows Men's Health Awareness Month?
Overshadow is such a strong word, but yes, I absolutely do think that Pride overshadows. It not only overshadows it, you run the risk of being canceled if you go against it. So it's like I'll just wait till June 30th and I'll say something about mental health,
and let everybody know. Like I need to. Got it. What about you, Britt?
I think there is a way for them to coexist for sure. I think that men's mental health, gay men's mental health, I think it's all very important, but I also don't think anyone does anything for it either. Like Pride takes over. Fun fact, Men's Mental Health Month existed 5 years before Pride, as far as June goes. But you don't see anyone doing anything for men's mental health, and I don't think that's because it's Pride. I think it's because men don't do anything for mental
For
health
men, right?
as a whole. Yeah. So,
Right.
I mean, when y'all care, we'll give you the space to talk as
Wow.
loudly as us. But
Gotcha.
you have to care.
Listen,
You have to
go call
care.
that lady. Go call that lady. Make an appointment and get on that couch.
All right.
And then
For
I'll be
me,
right there with you. Woo-woo, for the other half of the month,
for me,
from the 15th to the 30th.
I kind of look at men's mental health awareness in June corresponding with Pride the same way I look at Black History Month and it also being National Children's Dental Health Month. Yeah, kids' teeth are important, but it's not that fucking deep. Here's my thing.
I hear you.
Men, by and large, we live in a patriarchal society. That's just a fact. Where it's a male dominated spaces. When white people say, "Oh, well, why do y'all need a whole month?" Well, because every other month is for white people. So for me, Pride absolutely represents a very niche, marginalized group. It is very specific, and they're a group fighting for civil rights. It's understandable that it should be featured. The fact that they also have an intermission for Juneteenth, because we Black folk take over that whole week. So really, Pride Month is only 3 weeks long, because that week of Juneteenth, that's all us. Niggas adopted that thing faster than I'm just saying. We ran with Juneteenth.
Father's Day is a hero.
What's
Father's Day? What is that?
What's Father's Day?
Wow.
What?
Wow.
Are y'all kidding me?
What's Father's Day?
Father's Day. I grew up with my dad too.
People celebrate.
Hertz named after his, so I don't understand what we're doing.
I'm just saying, like, what? That's not the day we just buy a tie and be like, "Go ahead on, thanks for nothing." And my mom.
I mean, tie, cologne.
The
staples.
Father's Day gets no play, my guy. Nobody gives a
Father's
fuck
Day.
about
Father's Day, we actually get the kids. Like, we actually get the kids on Father's Day. Hey, take the kids to brunch. Bitch.
Father's Day is probably in the bottom 3 of holidays celebrated.
It wouldn't come up in the argument. I don't think it would come up in the argument.
Hey, yo, Groundhog's Day
would come up
more attention. A fucking groundhog about
Boxing Day. Boxing Day. We don't even celebrate that shit in the U.S. and it would still be ranked higher than Father's Day.
Earth, nobody gives a damn about Earth Day, but Earth Day gets more play. I'm not lying. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I mean, as somebody who grew up with her dad in her life, like,
yeah, you wrong, fucker.
A little bit.
Whatever. There's not enough of y'all. Oh, okay. All 3 of y'all with your dads in your lives.
Like, wait, we in the majority class right now, bro. Like,
must be nice.
Hey, that's what I'm about to say, Tati.
Must be nice.
I've never in my 42 years of life, I've never celebrated Father's Day.
Listen, Tati, you only saying that because you don't know
half of that you was a Jehovah's Witness. Y'all didn't celebrate.
Nothing. Yeah, shut up. They ain't need to know all that.
Right.
It's true. Yeah.
Also, Tati, you don't know my dad, so.
I know your daddy.
I was just saying he exists. I wish him.
I mean, I wish him a happy Father's Day. I had 100% planned. My father's birthday is also like 2 weeks after Father's Day, so like he gonna get something.
Yeah, from all his kids and the ones that we might not know about. All right,
that's his business.
So we not talk about art like that. He's like, nigga, what did you on this show talk about? All right, that was one caveat. One of the other topics that came up was straight men. It seems that there was an article about straight men. It's becoming more, I don't want to say more popular because it almost feels like you're sensationalizing it, but it
acceptable.
Yeah. Well, straight men are deeming it more acceptable to date trans women. It sounds bad. Like, it sounds weird to say it like that. But straight men are more comfortable now with dating trans women. Do you think that that's indicative of dispelling the stigmas and more education as far as the trans community is concerned? Or are men just becoming more open with their sexuality that they can accept that trans women are women?
First, you're saying date as if you're mixing date and having sex, and just because they're dating someone, I don't think that they're one and the same.
I know that they're not one and the same, but in my world, they're one. We date, we fuck. Otherwise, you just my friend. You don't get to the dating part unless we don't date until after I nut. Get the fuck out of here.
But do you fuck and not date?
Yes,
because that's where the line is.
Yeah.
They're not one and the same.
Right? They are. They're just my friend.
No, they're not.
No. If we fuck and then we go out to dinner, or if we go out to dinner and then we fuck, that's dating. If we just fuck, then we just cool.
Do that every time?
It depends on the person and how my money looking. Tati, cover your ears. How do y'all define dating? Hold on. Okay.
You don't have to fuck to date.
No. I understand that, but have y'all ever claimed somebody as a person that you were dating that you did not also fuck?
Yes, before I fucked them.
Thank you, Tef.
No.
All right, cool.
Because dating and fucking is synonymous.
No, they're not.
That's not what she's saying.
There's niggas I fucked that I would never let another person know that we fucked.
That's right.
True.
Have you ever said, I'm dating this guy, and you never fucked him? Exactly. Because dating, you know what?
No,
I'm not getting hung up on this. I'm not getting hung up on this.
You're making it a bigger point than it is.
I just said, for me, if we dating, we are fucking.
And like I said last week, for some niggas, a hole is a hole. So.
Damn. How about that, Tati? Is a hole just a hole?
Like why? He couldn't even get it out. Look at him.
Oh Lord.
Y'all know what y'all seen glory holes before. Men will literally stick their dick into the unknown if it means they might catch a nut.
That's them nasty. I don't know who.
I'm saying,
I refuse to stick my dick into the parts unknown.
You don't even know what you're gonna get. A mouth.
Listen.
You ain't hear this male loneliness epidemic. They down bad out here in the streets.
Yeah, apparently a lot of men are lonely out in here.
You're not lonely enough, niggas.
Oh, women. So okay. So with that, let's do a two-parter to this question. With men becoming more accepting of trans women, is that also systemic of the fact that a lot of women are deviating away from men and dating other women?
I don't think that's necessary. I don't think the correlation and causation go together there, because women have always dated other women.
Right. But I'm talking about there are women dating other women at higher levels now.
You're saying at the levels that they're taking themselves out of the general dating pool.
Right.
And saying I'm no longer dating men, or is this the man's response to that? And to answer that question, I do not.
So I don't think so, because more women are taking themselves out of the date.
See, this is why.
Diddy's internet.
Yep.
Diddy's internet. Damn.
Diddy was like, nope, no baby oil for her. Go ahead, you froze now.
Oh, my bad. No, so what I was saying is a lot of women are taking themselves out of the dating pool just to not date. So they're not flocking to women. They are just no longer dating men. So it's not necessarily that women are dating more women. It's just women are just not dating, and specifically not dating men.
As always, you know I like numbers. According to a Gallup survey, Gen Z women are now 30% 30% identify as some part of the LGBTQ plus community, and women ages 18 to 26 were twice as likely to identify as LGBTQ plus than the millennial counterparts. That they're millennials, the next generation double.
But that's young people.
Yeah, they haven't really found themselves yet. Like, give me people.
At 26. At 26, I think you kind of
at 20. But I'm saying but older people. I'm saying like more older people who are not dating are just not dating men. They're not necessarily turning to women. Well, I know a lot of single women who are just into their single friendships, just doing are happy to be celibate and unbothered.
I think to speak to the statistics you just read, I think in general, Gen Z is just more accepting of the LGBTQ community. So I think the reason why you see more people being comfortable, more heterosexual men being comfortable with transgender women, is because as a whole, if that generation has done anything right, they're loving each other a little bit more, you know?
I like that.
I agree.
That's
You're not wrong.
I can't speak on anything else.
Look at the graph. That's bisexual women in Gen Z as compared to every other generation. That's substantial.
Period. Because women are beautiful.
Like, you doubled millennial. Gen Z, I don't even know how many more. The silent generation wasn't nobody gay.
No, they were silent.
They were all in the closet.
All right, I'm joking.
Listen, closets walk in like a motherfucker.
Yeah, I mean, even look at the increase in transgender identifying individuals. Bisexual is killing it. And look at the increase in lesbian women. Yeah. Tati, have you found that there's more lesbian women out there?
Like, I knew it was coming. Like, there actually, the past couple of years, I have seen like a lot more like bisexual women than I've like ever.
I mean, like, cause you're out there. I'm tapping you because you're out here. You're in the clubs. You're doing the things. You're out here drinking your pink mimosas and dancing to EDM. Do you see it increase? do you? Is it? That's not what you. Oh, or I mean, you don't wear flannel shirts and.
Because she's not a butch.
No,
she
that's
white.
Right.
She has
no. She wear wife beaters with the do-rag and the basketball shorts. That's
not to the club.
Oh, in the sports bra?
No, not to the club.
Yeah. But Tati, do you see an increase? Like, dating out here is hard as is to find good women. Do you find that there are more women out here who are open and receptive to your advances?
Yes, I do see more women. Yeah.
Okay. You're not trying not to get in trouble with Maya. I know, I get it. For Britt, you was just at Pride. What was the atmosphere out there?
It was love. The vibes were vibing. Honestly, I love safe places for marginalized people. As long as it's a place where you can be authentically yourself, it makes me happy. But yeah, no, it was a little bit of everything. You saw everything. I mean, it was World Pride hosted in DC. So you had people from all walks of life, from different countries.
It looked so much
from Brazil
fun.
that was there just for Pride. So it was good.
I didn't know there was a World Pride in DC.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Todd?
I didn't know there was a World Pride in DC.
It was this past weekend. Doechii performed on.
Listen.
Oh, really?
There's an event for everybody. If there's a marginalized people, there's an event to sell tickets to it. Trust and believe that.
Free.
It was free?
It was free. It was a free Doechii concert.
Pride is usually free.
Did you just say who's Doechii? Never mind. I don't even want to. It's just not during Pride.
Is she a part of the LGBTQ?
Yes, she is.
She is. You'd actually really like it.
Yes, she is. She says she doesn't like straight men. Just like that. That's exactly how she said it. And I absolutely loved her for saying it. Because I understood what she was saying.
All right,
see, now you're about to be upset because you don't understand what she's saying. Let's not and say we did. Let's not and say we did.
No.
I had a whole argument with my cousin's boyfriend in front of the whole family because he just didn't understand what she said. So let's not.
I'm not knocking what she's saying, but when Teffy's like real, I get it. It's the whole choosing the bear scenario.
No, for her it's not. For her it's literally she's had niggas lie to her, tell her that she was straight. It was like, yo,
I don't know her. Yeah. I don't know her to question it. I'm talking about like why do y'all agree with that? More so, why does the panel agree with that?
Straight men are dangerous. Who kills the most people in the world? Straight men. Well, you said the panel. I'm part of the panel.
Well, okay. The women on the panel first. Let me get the ones who said that, because I want to get to the women why you feel that way.
Go ahead, Tim.
Oh, me?
Yeah, yes, you nigga.
Well, one, Bessie kind of said it, like
what the fuck?
Like, so no, also for Doechii, did I freeze or did he freeze?
No, you didn't freeze. You're fine.
Oh, okay, sorry. No. So one, the straight men just kind of ain't it. And then also again for her, because she dates others as well. She's not a straight woman. So I'm like, for her, straight men are just not an option. But she would date other kinds of men.
Yes. What she said.
Oh, trans men.
Yes.
Sometimes I gotta be
bisexual men, like openly bisexual men.
Oh, yes. Okay. Not that she won't date men. Oh, okay. That's different.
She does not date straight men.
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
but straight men had a fucking conniption about
it. Yo, they blew up. You
I
can
think
literally
that being a thing on the internet.
Watch them
Anytime
blow
you
up.
tell a straight man they can't have something, it's an issue.
Yeah.
Or like if you include them on the bad side, but they don't recognize that they're not being included. They just don't need to be excluded.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody needs to personalize it for you. It doesn't need to be said, hey, I would choose the bear over most men, but Kurt, I would choose you over the bear. That doesn't need to be said.
Yeah, you either know whether or not you're excluded from that or not.
Or not. That's it. And if you got to argue it, you probably not excluded.
That's why I even around my white friends, I was like, yeah, white people ain't shit. And they know I'm not talking about you.
I'm not talking about you.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be in my space. I get that. Do y'all still feel like it's a dangerous thing to express your sexuality to straight men or in spaces where straight men are prevalent?
It can be dangerous to be in the presence of straight men.
Huh.
I would say I wouldn't say it's dangerous per se, but it definitely draws attention that I wasn't trying to draw just by being myself, or enjoying a moment that didn't involve you at all, but you've decided to involve yourself in it. That is uncomfortable.
Could you expound on that?
Hmm?
Could you expound on that a little bit?
Absolutely. So I'm married, obviously, to a heterosexual man. But in my heyday and in general, when I'm intoxicated, if I'm having a little fun at a bar or whatever the case may be, if I'm in a space where I'm being openly my bisexual self, men feel the need to comment or come over or try to, I don't know, join a conversation that they weren't invited to just because they're attracted to what's happening.
Yeah.
That's okay. Do women do that as well, or is it less prevalent with women?
Like other women, it's definitely no. Other women big business unless I'm talking to them.
Most women will like try and get permission, or they will just approach. The approach is just way different. Like a woman will come over and be like, "Oh my god, like you're so pretty," or like you guys seem like you're having so much fun. Like it comes from a place of like they just want to compliment you, they just want to chill, and then it's like, oh well, you know what, why don't you come over and join us? Like, hey girl, da 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 da. Like it's somebody who's been like back in my heyday, like in clubs, I'm just there having fun with my friends and having men come up dick first all over you. And you're like, hey, whoa, I'm not here from that. And they're like, well, you shaking ass. It's a club. Ain't ass supposed to be shook here?
You
Like,
gotta
am
shake
I
it within the circle?
Right. Sorry. Is there another floor for shaking ass? Like, I'm sorry. I don't see where I'm in the wrong here. Like, you just being yourself, and like men will flock to you, and you just be minding your business. But if you tell them, oh, well, hey, no, I'm not here for that. Like, thanks so much. Like, they get more aggressive. They'd be like, oh, well, I'm paying you attention, and this should be a compliment. I'm like, I don't feel complimented, bro. Like, and I don't need your compliment to be.
Tati, you're still in your heyday. Do you concur?
Yeah. I do want to say, like, when I am around like straight men, I do catch myself trying to present more masculine, because like they like whenever I'm like myself, they always, like I said, they always like attract towards me, and they are aggressive. Like, for example, the other day, not the other day, but it was like maybe a month or two ago, I was in the club and I went by myself because my girlfriend was in college, and I was just dancing, vibing to the music, and some like guy just came up to me and he was like dancing with me, but I didn't mind it. But then he like started like, I didn't know where it was going. He started like trying to grab my hand and like actually dance with me. And I think he was talking to me, asking me like, oh, you're so pretty, da da da. I was just like, oh, well, I'm gay and I have a girlfriend, so I'm sorry. But like, he just was not getting the hint, and he just became more aggressive and kept trying to like
really
dance with me. And the only way I was able to get out that situation, I had to like turn around and buy a drink for him to like walk away from me.
Yeah.
You could have just called your
other
uncle.
women like save me from situations.
Nobody was about to
like
call me
Yeah.
in the morning.
These niggas out here.
I didn't feel
I've had other
threatened.
women,
It's
like-
just like, it was just weird.
I've had other women walk by and like I give them a sign and they're like, "Oh, girl, let's go meet up with our friends." I don't know this bitch at all, but she grabbed me and saved me from very scary moments.
I've been the cock blocker, like a dude dancing all up on my friend. I will come in between him and her and be like, "Nah,
I've
this
watched
is
you
not
do
happening."
that before.
Like back off.
Do
bro.
You are definitely a cock blocker.
I've seen her do it.
No, I guess I've heard this from straight women in just different scenarios and settings, because aggressive men are aggressive men regardless of who the woman or their orientation. Apparently, they just don't give a fuck. I mean, that's a tough space to be, because then you can't truly. Well, do you seek out only women's spaces to feel most comfortable?
Repeat the question.
Do you seek out spaces where there are only women so you can be the most comfortable?
Yes. I haven't had a guy friend in years. Like,
You don't have no male friends?
Did you hear me?
No. What'd you say?
I said I haven't had a guy friend in like almost like 6 to 5 years. And I tend to gravitate more to like women as friends, because it's just easier. I feel safer. They're not aggressive towards me. They make me feel comfortable. They're not judging me. They don't try and change who I am. They just accept me for who I am.
I have a hard time believing that men can be platonic friends.
No, they can't. They can't. They literally
You're
cannot.
platonic friends with multiple women. All right, cool.
I cannot have any platonic friends.
I'm talking about
guys.
in general. Like
in general, I don't think.
I don't think in general men have it's always a nigga in waiting.
Yeah.
Yes. I just tried to make a friend who goes to the gym down the street, and we was talking and chilling and stuff like that. And he texted me one day, and he was just like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" I was just like, "Yeah, what's up?" He was just like, "Oh, I'm about to go meet up with this girl. Can I take a picture of it and send it to you so you can tell me if it's green or not?" And I'm just like, what? Like, first of all, I wouldn't even know if it's green, if it's like a big dick or not. And then he sent it in invisible ink. And
Is
I'm
that
just
what
like,
the young people doing?
It's basically
he wasn't going on no date. He just wanted to send Tati a picture of his dick to see if she was into it.
And I was just like, I don't even like. I can't, even if I did see your dick, I can't tell you if it's good or not. I don't know. I'm sorry, but he was just like, oh, okay.
You got like 4 of them on your windowsill. I'm pretty sure you could rate them.
That's not. No, I don't have 4 of them on my windowsill.
That was the drag thing. Nothing is worse than walking into someone's room and there is a huge dick on the wall.
I just want to say it wasn't my room.
Yo,
just want to put it out there.
Living with lesbians is so weird, bro. So weird. Why is it in my dishwasher? God, get it out. Why are you charging it on the computer? Anyway, all right. Just a pivot.
She need that fast charging, baby.
That is not a fast, it's not a speed charger. That's so weird. Just a quick little pivot to the other side of things. Especially now with Pride Month and whatnot. For those that have entertained women. And I also want Bass's perspective on this because he's dated women who are bisexual. And in y'all experiences, me as a man, I know what it's like to date a woman. That's why I've got 8 gray hairs. Have you found that it is easier dating women than men, or is it equal?
I mean, since no one else is talking, I personally have actually never dated a woman. Infamous.
Oh, you just out here smashing, dashing,
sucking and fucking. So I've actually never dated a woman, but my reasoning for not dating a woman is because I am a very emotional woman myself. I am a Gemini, so my emotions are all over the place on a regular basis. And I imagine if I were to actually be in a relationship with a woman, that it would be
a shit show,
annoying, to be honest. So that's the reason why I haven't dated a woman, but I think they're beautiful. This past weekend at Pride, I was under the influence, and I defined my sexuality as being definitively bisexual. I love my women to be soft and feminine, and I love my men to be just a little bit of toxic. Like, I like the duality of each. So yeah.
What about you, Taff?
So I'm the worst. I'm like an incel with women because I tend to like friend zone myself.
You're not that special.
Because to me, I've said this on the show. To me, my platonic relationships to me are just as intimate as romantic ones, and because I'm almost like afraid to approach women from like a romantic like angle, we end up just being like such great friends.
Taffy, I'm had to get you more lesbians. Tati, you the only nigga, you the only woman that dated women.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Is it easier? Have you found that dating women? Wow, you ain't never date no men though.
I had, but I was like really young.
Nah, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I was really young, so I don't really.
You dated a boy.
She dated a boy.
You dated a boy.
Tati, yeah, puppy love.
I know you are attracted to women, but do you find that women? Do you think that they are easy to date? There, I'll say it like that. I imagine face froze like that. That's perfect. That's exactly the response I was expecting from somebody dating with. I'm so happy.
It's not March. It is not March. You can say, hey, you know what? Dating women is hard work.
All right, Beth, in your experience, especially dating women of multiple orientations, have they said whether or not their experience dating you or dating other women has been easier, harder, etc.?
Most of the women I've dated that were bisexual and actually dated women always said that I was the harder one, but I always attributed that to just being the current relationship. It felt like it's more recency bias than anything else. But that's just me and my narcissistic opinion of the situation, because I was probably a piece of shit.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, I was probably a piece of shit.
I'm about to say, did this nigga just deflect the whole? Tati, you back?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Answer the question.
I don't even hear the question because
is women easy to date?
No, they're not.
Have you figured them out yet?
No.
How? You won.
I've been told that
asking a 22-year-old who may not even have herself.
It doesn't matter. It makes for great television. It makes for great television. Tati, you're a woman. How come you haven't figured out women yet?
Because the women that I have at least dated, they're more emotional than me. And I don't sometimes understand it. And sometimes they say that I think like a nigga and act like a nigga.
You think?
Okay. But I don't know. They're just a lot more emotional to me. Sometimes I can't really understand it because I'm more of a logical person and they're not like that. So it's hard for me to really.
So women aren't logical, or the women you date aren't logical?
That was a good question.
No, women are logical. I guess it's just the women I date, except for the one I'm currently dating.
I was just about to say, Tati, it just sounds like you got bad taste. You date fucking young
the current girlfriend.
Wow, did she just hit her with the you pick and roll? Did she just hit her with the you pick
let
and
it
roll?
be us.
Yo, let it be us. Did she pick and roll?
No, one. Tati is dating in her age range. Do you remember what you was like at 20? You were a fucking mess.
I was a menace. I was a menace. I was a terror. I was
fucking mess.
Unhealed Taurus out here
ain't shit at 42 than I ever was at 22.
Yeah, I was
hard-headed and running into walls.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm just saying. Thank you, mistress. If it sounds like multiple partners are the same, it's usually you're picking wrong. The same
those are the only ones attracted to me. I don't know
what to do. No.
That means go out. That means go to the ones that you're attracted to.
If every 5 seconds you talk about something, this one's a narcissist. This one's a narcissist. This one's a narcissist. Nigga, you are fucking up. It is you.
Well,
your
it may
pussy
just be
attracts narcissism.
No, because narcissists are attracted to certain energies. It could just be toxic. You got to do a little.
You got toxic energy. You got toxic energy.
I do, and I
or
always
like
say
lower self-esteem.
Every time I date a
usually
person, I said I'm a little toxic. Yeah. I told that to Maya, and she said okay.
Not okay.
That was a red flag in itself. The fact that you just said okay. What?
That's because Maya not
working out for them so far.
I just think dating's hard in general. I think it's all hard. I think people are complicated.
I'm glad I'm married.
I put it like this: marriage wasn't no easier for me either. But I have 42 years on this earth, and I would like to think that I have dated in multiple women, multiple age ranges. I've experienced enough. I don't think women are to be understood. I think they are to be experienced. Individualism is definitely a thing, but there is a common theme amongst all the women I have ever dated. And I have deep respect for women who are bisexual and who are lesbians, because I could not imagine dating a woman and having similar emotional characteristics. Because sometimes the only saving grace for me is the fact that I can go back into my logical brain, and I'm not saying that they're illogical. All I'm saying is me personally, I can go into my little brain and I know how to drown out certain things. Because as a man, there are certain stigmas. Men can't put their hands on women. That is something that a man is taught from day one. If I was gay or bi, I'm rocking this bitch off rip because I can hit you. I can hit you, right?
No. What the hell? You're still a man.
Right.
You're still a grown ass man.
Fuck that. We fighting. If I was a woman dating women, we would square up with me. It wouldn't even be no arguments. It'd be like, oh, nigga, you ain't watching this. Bitch, fight me. Fight me then. It would be.
That's toxic, though. Like, that's not how you should be. That's not how you should be handling conflict. Right. Abusive.
I said a fair one. Square up with me, nigga.
That's not fair. That's abusive. That's 100%.
Communication is important in all relationships, Curtis.
You sound like me. You sound like me getting into arguments with my sister, and I'd be like, "Well, bitch, you can't beat me up. So what are we gonna do about it?"
Yeah, but you're like that with everybody, except for women.
My brother,
and women is just implied. Like, let's just not enact like we did. Like, I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but don't make me call my cousin or my wife or my friend. Like,
and don't put your hands on nobody unless you're about to have a boxing match or going to jail. I'll tell you, if you're gonna put your hands on me, you better kill me. Listen, put the boxing gloves on. Put the gloves on.
Put the mask, the headgear on it.
Yeah, let's go. Let's square up.
I'm not, sir. I'm not fighting fair. I grew up in North Philly and West Philly. I'm grabbing a brick. You're going to the hospital.
Damn,
like
the just fighting over the dishes.
No, if you swing, if you swing on me, my fight or flight kicks in mad hard. I'm coming back at you like with an axe. Like, here's Johnny. Like, you fuck.
Oh, God.
It's better you keep your hands to yourself.
Yo, I didn't even realize this. We're almost at the 2-hour mark, and we have gotten so far away from what we were supposed to be talking about, but this was amazing. Listen, we still got one more week. We're gonna have an intermission. We will not be streaming on Wednesday. We will be streaming on Thursday next week for Juneteenth, celebrating Juneteenth, and we're gonna talk about blackity black shit, and then we'll be right back at it again for the last week in Pride. We'll be here on Wednesday. I just want to thank all you gay ass niggas that came up.
I have a quick question.
Shoot.
For you and Baz. Would you be open to dating trans women?
So Head Nurse in Charge will be on next Wednesday.
I'm gonna just say it. No, because I don't like niggas' energy. Like I'm being honest with you. Like I'm not the biggest fan of men in general, but I also don't particularly care for the energy of men. So for me, I get the idea that they're trans women. To me, the way I'm going to receive their energy is still masculine, and it's not masked enough by their feminine energy. Like, the reason that I like aggressive women, like more masculine women, is because there's a layer of like a mask of that feminization over it. It doesn't come off as like I'm talking to my dad and it feels challenging. It's not that. It feels more of a soft, almost like caressing, like, yo, don't fuck with me too much. I might punch you in the face. Like, it's like that. It's not coming in the room, kicking the door open and just full aggression. It's not that. And if that came off to me, even dressed in a dress, my like your fight or flight is gonna kick in. I'm gonna have to be reminded that I'm looking at and dealing with a woman, no matter the energy that I'm receiving. And I don't want to have that fight with myself.
That sounds like inherent bias.
That's cool. Call it what you want, but that's cool. But it's a physical energy for me, and I just don't see it.
For myself,
I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of transgender women have felt like they were women or girls for a very long time, so their energy is similar to a cisgender woman.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Their body just doesn't match their energy.
I hear you, but the difference is that, like, I'm 6'2", 280 pounds. I walk in a room, and it's instant. I can feel the air in the room drop a little bit as the people that have an instant fear because I'm a big black man and the women in the room. So I understand what that feels like. Whereas though what you're saying would be that a transgender man who presents as 6'2", 280,
a transgender man is
a transgender woman who presents as 6'2", 280 is going to not feel and recognize that same thing. They should be able to feel it.
You don't know that.
Yeah,
you don't know that.
That's
all right.
I don't. Okay.
Cisgender women that are 6'2", 280. Like,
yeah.
right.
Well, what if she was petite and been? I'm attracted to femininity. Period. I am attracted to a female form, women. If a trans woman, if I did not know that it was a trans woman, and it looks like a duck, it talks like a duck, it walks like a duck, I'm gonna be attracted to that person as a woman. Now, I'll date, entertain, sleep with a woman. The minute you motherfucking tell me, oh, wait a minute, she transitioned. All my bigotry, bias, all that shit from the 80s will come flooding, and I'm whipping everybody's ass. I am not that forward progressive. I am not built to be in that space where I have transitioned, where I'm okay with it. it's a thing. What I respect is I have had trans women who have approached me, but they let me know. And even if I found them to be like, huh, you look like a woman. Much, unfortunately, I get what Bass is saying. The more I look at you, the more I'm like, I see it. I see it. And even if I don't see it, my brain is like,
I'm gonna say your brain is probably like doing it. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. It's
Draw a little more chisel.
I didn't see straight. I didn't see cishet women with more mustaches than some trans women, but it don't.
Same.
Yeah.
Still ain't
More hair on the titties than I got on my balls. But at the end of the day, unfortunately, I am steeped in bias and that toxic masculinity, and I have not fully transitioned out of it. To each their own. To men who are okay with it, you are further along than I am in society, and kudos to you. I still hate a lot of niggas. I don't hate trans women. I feel like if I still hate a lot of niggas, but I don't hate trans women, I don't care what, they don't impact my dear life, and I don't want to impact theirs or impede theirs. Life, love, and happiness to all. But I still think preferences matter. I still I should not be shamed because I don't have a preference for a certain type of woman. No different than when white men be like, I'm not going to date no black women. I get that because I'm not going to date no white woman. That's his preference. That's his personal preference. That doesn't necessarily make him inherently racist. See, here we go. Here we go. I get it, but people are allowed their preferences. Some things we are aesthetically drawn to. Now, don't denigrate the entire group.
Based on your preferences. Yes.
Thank you. I don't personally date black women, but I absolutely think that they're beautiful, and I understand why people would be drawn to that type of beauty. Or I don't date black women because they all ugly monkeys with wide hips and nostrils, and they got attitude. That's the difference. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Any cishet man that feels the need to denigrate trans women, well, then that's bigotry, and that's hate. But if I say, hey, I just don't personally want to date that particular phenotype, that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that makes sense.
Okay.
All right. And just because you like a trans woman does not make you gay, according to what I've been taught.
Yes.
That's what they told me. And if you ask me
you
off,
like women, you like women.
If you ask me off camera, you might get a different answer.
God, nigga.
Tati, would you ever date a trans woman?
No.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't.
And why not?
Now we're talking about like they're fully transition.
Yeah, fully transition. No twig and berries.
So you would not date an intact trans woman, like
a pre-op?
No, I don't.
Okay, so full all the way transition. She a woman. I mean, man. Oh no,
What?
you like women?
No.
I be getting confused.
Yeah, you're confusing me.
Yeah, I got confused. I got lost. All right, would you date a trans woman?
Fully transition. If I'm really being honest, you have to have a very strong personality. We have to have a very strong personality. That's the only. That's the only way I'll probably like entertain it.
What about you, Britt?
Yeah, I would.
Taffy?
absolutely.
Oh, that was very enthusiastic.
Yeah. The flip side of that is I do not necessarily no, I was gonna say the flip side of that is that I do not necessarily find trans men as attractive.
I've seen a couple.
I find trans men more attractive than trans women.
Really?
Damn. And now I feel bad because we're over the 2-hour mark. So fuck it. We might as well just do an extra 10 minutes on this. Do trans men carry the same weight and stigma that cishet men? I gotta say it properly. Cishet, like we are expected to fight if shit go down. We are expected to take the trash out and do all that. Do you think trans men carry those same expectations?
I think it would depend on the individual trans person and what their partner's expectations would be going into the relationship. Like me personally, it don't matter who my partner is. Bitch, I'm not vacuuming the floor and I'm not taking the motherfucking trash out. So, woman, man, you gotta take the trash out, babe. I hate doing it. I'm not doing it. And bitch, you gotta cook sometime. But like, that's not.
What if they don't hold the door open for you? Or what if you getting your ass whipped? If a man approach you, do you expect?
I expect you to jump in at least, grab the mouse tool or something. You're not allowed to. You just let me get my ass beat is wild. You getting left. If I survive this, you getting left. If I don't survive this, you are getting haunted.
Oh yes, nigga. What about? Well, I already asked Tati. That would be funny.
I agree with Tap. I think roles are defined in your relationship. I don't cook in my household. Not that I can't, but I don't. Jamal is a trained chef, so you're gonna cook. So that's the role he takes on. So I feel like it's really dependent upon your partner and the relationship itself.
Okay, I dig that. All right. Well, we covered a lot. Is there any other questions?
Wait, what was that comment that just came up? It went way too fast.
Mistress Giselle says, "You know what I love? Everybody, and I am open to everybody. But I will say the energy from a trans man, female to male, the energy to me is a little different." Well, yeah.
So then it's like for me, it's more of a physical thing. Like, because what I'm attracted to in men are like more big, broad, burly men.
There's some big, broad, burly broads.
So, having said that, I have not met that many trans men who fit that physical descriptor. Okay. So, in that way, just in my experience, I have not met a trans man who physically fit the bill. In that way, like I was not initially attracted to them. Not to say that they aren't like super like great people. It's just, it'd be a friends to lovers sort of situation. Just because initially I would not be attracted to them.
Okay.
Yeah, same for me. Also, like I said, I like my men with a little bit of toxic masculinity. I think that comes along with the lifestyle. Especially with Black men,
No. What is toxic masculinity, Britt?
Oh, that's a whole other show. What are we talking about? Just a little bit of that bullheadedness, a little bit of that, like, my dick's bigger than yours, but just a little, like, because you have to be able to tame it. I don't like it full time. Yeah, it's like a real like the way she described the physicality of the man she likes, is that the same mentality, that big, burly man.
And that's interesting, Tati, because you're a Aries?
Yeah.
Aries, a Gemini, and an Aquarian. Yeah, y'all got a lot of shit going on with y'all. All right, so
and Gemini is my rising sign, so
that explains so much.
Mine is Taurus.
So much. I guess at the end of the day, we are trying to do our best to have open conversations, ask questions. Feel free to send in questions, things that a lot of times we don't get to discuss. We're just an opinion of a few. We do not represent the culture as a whole, but we do like to have open and safe spaces to have these conversations. So I appreciate the panel pulling up on a late night and talking hot cash money shit and let me get in a little bit of y'all business. This was definitely big gay energy. Shout out to Tati for popping her cherry on her first episode of HNIC, where I basically grilled her about half the things I already knew. Tell people where they can follow you on your Twitch.
Oh, you guys can follow me. It's Dripsy Tati, but it's DRXPPYTAT and 2 eyes.
And if you are a man and you're trying to follow my niece because
please don't.
You think she's attractive?
Please don't.
No.
Nope. Nah. Nope. Hell no. No. You will be ignored immediately.
Uncle Kurt got guns. As always, Bass, if you can tell everybody where they can follow and support you, good brother.
Bassini the Dream everywhere, especially Facebook. I need 30 more followers to beat this challenge. So if you aren't following me on Facebook, it's just Bassini. It's facebook.com/Bassini the Dream, and it'll bring you right to my page.
Gang, gang. And Britt, as always, let everybody know where they can follow and support UNAB.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow my personal page, I just opened up my Instagram, so it's at the Butterscotch Baddie. So you guys can do that, and then UNAB Network on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, do that, and then be here on Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
I love it. Teffy, take us home.
You can follow me at Teffy Wonder over my Instagram, and TikTok is where I'm the most active. Also, Teffy Wonder on Twitch. I'm gonna get this capture card for real, and hopefully start streaming other things.
Play horror games.
Yeah, I want to play horror games, and then also I put up a poll last week in my note and in my story about if you wanted to see me stream. A lot of people said they'd like to see me stream poll content, workouts, stuff like that. So
that's right. Get on the poll.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. God.
We want to see you doing the bending.
It would be poll. It'd be fitness content. Poll fitness.
Content. Just so y'all know, the title card actually has Teffy on the pole in one of her suits. So Teffy definitely is a pole dancer.
Oh my!
I done $2 at that ass.
Yeah, listen, I appreciate it. Make sure y'all come out Halloween when the next time I perform. So yes. Oh, and you can follow me. Thank you to everybody with their Facebook friend requests, but the requests are closed for the summer, baby. Follow me at Teffy Under the Mocha Mermaid because that's my purse. I don't know you.
Yeah. Let's rumble.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Y'all already know what it is. Your boy King Kurt Live. We will be back at it next Thursday with our special for Juneteenth, where we're going to get blackety black and summon the ancestors to let us know how to avoid the caucasity permeating these American streets. As always, keep pulling up, supporting dope black creatives. And if you love somebody, a part of the LGBTQ plus, make sure that you give them a little extra love this month. It's their time to shine. And absolutely, it's an honor to have such dope creators hop on stream, talk about their experiences, and educate in the process. So that's all this month long. And super shout out to everybody that was on tonight's panel. Tati, bring your black ass back. And as always, we will see y'all next week.